2:16 Mexico time. I guess we 2 hours ahead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. No, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there.
She died from between 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. She wasn't moving no more. In fact, when she did touch her, her body was already hard.
Of course they did. Yes, they did. He good. Okay? He is good. We have God on our side. My son lost 4 people that week. My nephew, my cousins, and aunt died that same week. That beautiful baby lost her life. My son was going there to have fun, but ran into some bullshit and was blindsided by all of it. So he told his truth. They just need to tell theirs. Period. Oh, God, that was a bombshell, Jazz. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that was a bombshell. That confession right there tells me everything.
They told me that Quilla was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning.
Constructed the story of well, she was intoxicated and she had drank too much.
And they got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs.
You could see right before that she was covering her face, and when she landed, she wasn't able to get up no more. So she was in the process of already dying because she couldn't move anymore.
And all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time.
Is that when the body was found in the bedroom, the other folks were not in the bedroom. They were out. So when she found them, she went looking for them to inform them that she had found the body.
I put on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening.
But they had abandoned the body.
By that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room.
They faked it, rather, as if they had just found out.
That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there.
In fact, when she did touch her, her body was already hard.
I go in, I see Quilla, I see she chilling, I put her aside. I go out and make that video while I'm talking about I'm here, that I Quilla get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do. ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. I didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye, and
It's all fabrication. It was all lies.
How y'all doing? What's going on? DJ, stop the beat. How y'all doing? Now let me tell y'all, we have another exclusive from our party agent, Jazzy. She wants Undercover to have an interview with Wiggins' mom. And she reveals she wants her son cleared. And guess what else she revealed? Y'all not gonna believe this. Y'all not gonna believe it. She said yes. Cabo 6, them other ones, or what would you say, Cabo 5? Anyway, the group Cabo set her son up. They knew what was going on, and they played him, okay? And she said her son don't got nothing to do with it. Clear her son name now. Okay, all right, so without further ado, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Gossip Girl! Yes. Make sure y'all share, subscribe, comment below. Now let's get into it. Hey, is this Jazzy?
Hey, GIGI, how are you?
Girl, you broke the story. When I tell you, you guys, Jazzy got a confession. And let me tell you, we have a party agent went undercover, talked to Wiggins' mom, okay? And I don't even know if she realized she got a confession. I read through the messages. They were messaging each other back and forth, and we're going to go through it. We're not going to go through all of it because it's a long message, but the ones that stick out. And the one thing that stuck out to me when you were having this dialogue with Wiggins' mom was when you told her you believe that the Cabo Six and all those people dumped that on her son, and he went along with it. And she replied, of course they did. Yes, they did. But God has my son, and we are good. I just want my son's name to be cleared. I don't even know if she realized, but of course, when she said, of course they did, and yes, they did, replying to, they dumped all that stuff on him. They got him involved in that crap, and now she just want her son's name cleared. So what were your thoughts talking to the mom? Did you feel that she was genuine?
I think she was very genuine. The feeling that I get from her is, she's really worried about all this, so I'm just giving her a heads up, like, look, your son was dragged into this, and he doesn't need to be lying for his friends. He needs to just... Right.
I don't want to cut you off. You know I love you, Jazzy. Let's get into these messages, okay? So if you can read to me your part, and I'm going to read the mom part, so we can just give them a bit.
Okay. So I messaged her, good afternoon. The maid of the villa's statement came out stating her body was already hard when she showed up at noon to clean. The body was already dead at noon for at least 3 hours. The body was already in rigor mortis state, which starts 3 hours after death. I know you said your son wants to clear his name, but the maid's statement will prove she was dead when your son arrived. Please tell him to come clean. I'm sure he arrived, and whoever these friends of his dumped this bombshell on him and included him into it. I strongly suggest to talk to his attorney and see if he can snitch on all of them to get completely free from all of this mess that they caused and made him go along with it when he arrived at Cabo.
Of course they did. Yes, they did. He good. Okay? He is good. We have God on our side. My son lost 4 people that week. My nephew, my cousins, and aunt died that same week. That beautiful baby lost her life. My son was going there to have fun, but ran into some bullshit and was blindsided by all of it. So he told his truth. They just need to tell theirs. Period. Oh, God, that was a bombshell, Jazz. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that was a bombshell. That confession right there tells me everything. And it took a certain person to allow her to have a safe space to talk to a genuine person. And, Jazz, you did that. People have been messaging her, and she has not responded, but she's responding to you. You definitely have a gift about you that allow people to just open up and to be genuine and truthful. And I appreciate that. Okay, so let's continue on.
So I said, sad they tried to drag him into it. It seems he seems really sad on TikTok because he had this TikTok that he was saying he was going to commit, or the S word. They are now proving the people who K'd her and cops lie about trying to save her for 2 hours. Death certificate says she died at 3, probably 30 minutes after your son showed up. But the other people, cops and doctor, are under investigation.
And I want to thank you because you just don't know. And I thank you for coming at me with respect. My family is a prayerful family, and all my son want to do is grieve his friend. I appreciate you, love, and I thank you. That TikTok is a fake page. People done made fake pages with his face. They tripping. My son, he not into trying to take himself out of here. He just fed up right now. and I want my son to be cleared. Do you understand me?
Not sure. This is his TikTok, but if it is, it's really sad.
Yeah, that is not here. He says his lawyer has him, but I thank you for your concern. He's aware. I raised a son to stand on his own. He's not worried about friends. He don't owe none of them anything. He good. He just want his name cleared. Do you understand?
And then I say, okay, that's good. He has a lawyer, and his stories and flights match up. Those friends of his dragged him into their murder.
And they will have to pay for what they did. Jay, leave him out of it. Do y'all feel me? Leave my son out of this. He ain't do nothing. They dragged him in that bullshit. They set him up. And now his name run in the mud. We don't care. He don't owe them shit. Just get my son name cleared. And that was it. Jazz, you did that, girl. But Jazz, is there anything that I may have left out that you feel that's important that you want the audience to know?
There's one thing. I mean, the last thing that she did message me is the FBI questioned her son 2 days ago, and her son, quote, cleared his name. And she says, so I don't give a fuck, or I don't give a F about what they're saying out there. We got all the facts, and that's not true.
Okay, so she's feeling confident because the FBI cleared her son's name. Now you feel otherwise. Tell me how you feel.
Well, I think either he really did clear his name and he snitched, and he's not going to sit there and tell people that, and he's going to say, I was not part of it. I showed up, and they dragged me into this, murder. Or he's going to stick with his cover-up story that they're all going with. So when FBI goes over there and question him to, quote, clear his name, if he goes with the cover-up story, then that means FBI questioned him on U.S. soil, which means that's against the law to lie to an FBI agent, and you're on U.S. soil. So now charges can be thrown at him on U.S. and instead of Mexico. So I'm just wondering what he did. Did he snitch or did he go with the cover-up story? And
wow.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking he went with the cover-up story.
Okay. All right. And I think if he went with the cover-up story, for him to want to go with the cover-up story, to me, I'm thinking he got paid.
Yeah, because she says, because I sent her the video that I put together, and she's like, that's not true, that's not true. And the video I put together is proving that the maid found Shanquella dead at noon. Her son arrived at the villa between 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., according to his flights. And I told the mom with the video, she was already dead when your son arrived. So his story does not match up. I said, you need to tell your son to come clear to the FBI, because she was dead when your son arrived, according to the maid's statement. That body was hard. And when it's hard, that means it's been at least dead for 3 hours because it's in rigor mortis state. So that, and the death certificate says it all. I mean, the video that went viral, the attack video, was at sunrise. The death certificate said she died 15 minutes after her injuries, after her neck snapped. And that was during sunrise. So that means the maid showed up at 12 like she does every day except Sundays, because you can go back to the reviews at Villa Linda, and she has 5-star reviews. She's an amazing maid. She's amazing. People want to take her home to their house so she can clean their house at home. She's
and you
amazing.
Said her name is Lucy.
Her name is Lucy, if it's the same maid, which I believe so. So, and then So I think Lucy, the maid, is not part of the cover-up, because if she was part of the cover-up, her statement wouldn't say that the body was hard, you see, because with the maid's statement saying the body was hard at noon, that blows the whole cover that all these fake friends made, the police made, the doctor made, all that cover-up blows, the maid's statement blows it away, because she said one word: her body was hard at noon. That means that body was dead at noon. Nazeer showed up at between 2 to 2:30. They called that fake doctor. They probably called the concierge to Cabo Villas, and he's very helpful. You go back to the reviews. You can call the concierge, and 5 minutes they're there. Any request, they say, we take any request. They call concierge, and then Nazeer shows up at between 2 to 2:30. They call that fake doctor to do the cover-up at 2:13. Now, they were waiting for Nazeer to show up so he can be part of it. And now the cover-up doctor comes, the cover-up, the police that covered it up, they all are in it. And then maid Lucy, they probably told her, oh, go ahead and leave, nothing to clean here because there's a dead body. So her state, that saying Shanquella was hard at noon, blows that whole cover. That's why I think the maid is not part of it, part of the cover. And I was trying to tell the mom, Nazeer's mom, look, I sent her this video proving that her son arrived when Shanquella was already dead. And she goes, no, that's not true. That's not true. He cleared his name 2 days ago with FBI. So she's saying my proof, my evidence is a lie. So that tells me her son told FBI the cover-up story. So now, if Nazeer lied to the FBI, which I believe so, he has charges on U.S. soil, because you can't lie to an FBI agent. Can't you get up to like 8 years for that? And then that might even bring all the charges from Mexico. Okay, now Nazeer Wiggins is lying to the FBI on U.S. soil. Okay, Mexico. Well, let me talk to Mexico. Can we just go ahead and bring these charges over here, the murder charges? So, they might, the U.S. FBI might be charging, Cabo 5 over here and then Cabo 1 over there. You never know how it's going to work. But if they're sticking to the cover-up story and talking to the FBI like this, they're all going to go down. All going to go down, because there is proof. And CaboVillas.com, the one that manages all these villas, there's 5 villas in this gated community, and you have to go through a security post. I'm sure there's cameras. There's a security guard there, because the villa had a sign-in sheet. So every car that went to this villa had a sign-in sheet. So I'm sure there's an emergency vehicle sign-in sheet. And then through that gated community, there's 5 villas that Cabo Villa manages. And one of them is Villa Linda.
Now, when you say villa, it's houses. Is that another word for house?
Yeah, it's just a huge, and there's 5 of them. And then 2 of them, I believe, use the maid Lucy, because the other 3, they have on-site security guards on property at their house, and on-site caretakers. Now, the other ones, Villa Linda and the other villa, there's another one, don't have caretakers on site nor security guards. So Villa Linda, Cabo Villas took off their villa that they stayed at. They took it offline. So all the reviews for the maid and everything is gone, which I have proof of.
I know you do. When I tell you, Jazzy does not play, you guys, okay? She's on her stuff, and she's a real one. And I appreciate you, Jazz. I really do.
Well, I just want justice, because we just need to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, and we are going to get justice. And Shanquella she's going to make history.
I believe that.
She's going to, and these Cabo 6, they're going to make an example of them. There's no way out of this at all.
All right. Well, until next time, I thank you so much, Jazz.
Oh, thank you, Gigi.